What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? This is I, James, and Courtney. RedemptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay. Couple months selling on Poshmark. And what's going on? Well, we're going to get into what's going on. Also, kind of a question and an example. Do items get lost on servers if you upload them at a certain time? On like broken servers. So I'm going to go over my theory there. But let's get into yesterday after I look at this offer and counter this offer. So yesterday I was just kind of in just taking a break mode. I didn't make a shipping video, a morning video, because I was up at I got my shipping done by 5 a.m. So there wasn't much there at that early stage. So just kind of kept a mental quiet day. I did do a live for a little bit on my live channel, Live Feed Lounge, link below. I need subscribers. And then, just kind of kept to myself. So yesterday so I ended up trying to make that video yesterday. I wanted to make like a kind of, like more of a positive reinforcement video, but, kind of like, if anybody's feeling, down with all the eBay issues and stuff, not the only one kind of feel, so trying to make it a little bit with the puppet, a little Lucy, just a little bit more, just whatever, so. But yesterday, made it up to $513, so not good, compared to the day before, which was $642. And then the day before that, obviously, was one of those lows days, $290. We're at 7:50 a.m. right now. I'm at $27. So we're back down to that, in between that, near that 15% down every month spot. So right now, 14% down. For some reason, every time I start getting momentum, something happens. So that past, whatever they did last Thursday, that kind of jacked everything up, kind of knocked me back down. So I think I was like within 5% before that happened. So now we're back down to 14. So, but I did notice something yesterday. Let me see if those numbers stuck. And that was the organic and promoted split. Because sometimes they don't update till later. So I'm curious to see. Yeah. All right. So yesterday, 41 items sold, right? This is something I've never seen before. Organic, 25 items. Promoted, 16 items. Now, on my big dollar days, I've kind of seen in the past, I've seen a higher organic here and there because of bulk orders. And I did have that 14-piece bulk DVD order yesterday. So that's probably what changed it. Because without that, it would have been like a 10-6 split. Or 11-6 split. Or 11-16 split, sorry. Well, it's good to see that DVD lot wasn't, at least as of right now, wasn't charged to promote it. Okay. So that's probably what that was. So it's good to see that order come in, and it came in at the right moment. And then that's when I made that video. I'm like, because it gave me a little spark to my day. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can share that feeling. Because I know some of you guys are going through, the same, every once in a while, feeling like, God, I suck. I can't do this anymore. Times have changed and I can't keep up, or whatever the case may be. This morning we're at 1 organic, 1 promoted. So only 2 items sold in 6 hours thus far this morning. There did appear to be, my sales turned off at 11:25 last night. Oh wait, sorry, that was offers. 12 o'clock. So midnight, and then nothing again till 5:30. But as expected, with the site so messed up, there's going to be shutdowns literally every night for them trying to fix this thing. And it pretty much has been literally every night that there's just a big block of nothingness overnight. So another night of that for sure. Let's do a few question and comments, and then I'm going to get into my example on why I think some items go to like a failed server. Because we know failed servers is a thing, because eBay tells us failed server. We also know that there's that 3-year switch out of servers that was and or is still going on. We do know they have problems with the servers connecting with each other. So I just got a theory that some items, when they kind of go into the abyss, they just go onto a bad server. But let's see what we got here. So this ought to be fun on that video I put up yesterday. Let's see how many negative comments we got. Because I think for the most part, except that, those extreme days, I think I've been positive for the most part. Getting people to start cross-posting, taking action, and kind of, making sure you can hang in there through all this crap. So let's see. So I decided to go with like a total negative title. Since it was my only video yesterday, I'm like, let's see how many views I can get. So what did I get on that? Let's see. 2.1 views. So it was about trying to get a negative overtone with the title. I didn't even make a thumbnail for the video, but with kind of like a supportive message in it, and kind of being playful a little bit in the middle of it with Dolly. So let's see who it brought out, because we know the negative videos bring out the people who never watch your videos, but then act like they do or something, because they're attracted to the negative stuff. Let's see. It's 100% eBay. 1 cent auctions barely sell unless I'm selling trains only. This is totally out of control. We need to fight them. I've been doing auctions only for years now. I can't give stuff away. Let's see. Hey, James, you are strength for the eBay seller community. And it's nice to see that you have identified the problem and that it's not you, nor is it all of us. Now, that being said, I got to take this very loosely, and that's why I tried on the video to kind of take loosely. Always question yourself, first and foremost. Always question yourself. Always kind of, take responsibility, because it could be something as simple as you're not doing X right, and that's what I try to produce here is results with experiments and way I do things or the way I'm trying things. So always look within first and foremost. But you can't argue with, we've looked everywhere and can't find it, and server failure and system error. You can't argue with that stuff. So always look within yourself first. Right now, all eBay sellers probably for the most part have animosity toward whatever's happening with eBay. I don't think everybody, because it feels like there's a few people who here and they're either acting like there's no problem, or they can't feel the gauge of the problem because maybe they're more recent, newer sellers, and they're seeing the difference between 0 items listed and 100 items listed and thinking that's a positive, when not knowing that 3 years ago they would have had much better results. So, and then there might be people who, for some reason, maybe they got good quick sell-through items, so they're not really seeing too much of a problem. It's just not as great. It's not as in your face. There's probably still a problem there, but it's not as obvious. James, another update. Same here, my friend. We did a whopping $200 for the entire week. Been on here since 1997, full-time as well. Had to take a part-time job, but $200, come on, man. I try to do that in a Biden voice. Come on, man. 6,800 items and no one even looks. They must be getting ready to pull the plug. Feels like it. eBay's going to be on. Hang in there, mate. I'm sure times will get better. Hopefully, eBay will get better. Otherwise, eBay will go down the pan. So far, so good. All right. Maybe it didn't bring out the boo birds. We're no more than 2 weeks away from Q3 report. It will be padded by advertising revenue again, and Wall Street will see right through it. We shall see. I mean, I honestly think even the promoted is going to be down a tad, honestly, because that last quarter they got the pop from that new update. And I don't think the newer update with promoting your store now is going to pop them up. So then the question, if they're down again, what are they going to do next? Are they going to come up, start charging people to list again? Oh, taking away the free quotas on your store subscriptions? What's next? The stock dropped 10% on the day of the last report. Once it goes to 37, there will be accountability. The CEO will likely be sacked at the end of the year, with the stock market having dropped from 50 to 37. But that still may be too late for many. Yeah, and that's why I think, I waited too late cross-posting. But it is what it is, and at least, what did I do yesterday on Posh? So yesterday I made it to $43. Day before that was my first $100 day, plus 103 that day. So we're getting there. Haven't had a sale in 6 days on eBay. Haven't on Poshmark either. Then one finally today for a whopping $28. I've essentially stopped listing. Well, don't stop. If you got the stuff, keep going. How often do you refresh your listings? With over 50,000 items listed, I'm sure it can be a bear unless you work into a daily routine. Yeah, and I wait, like I said in another video, and people started arguing with me. But I feel you shouldn't end it so similar before the 30-day or the 90-day, 3-month period, because it takes about 30 days for your items to be seen on Google. And you can get a lot of sales from Google. People just Googling whatever they want and clicking on it when they see it. Google's a huge shopping, that's probably where, if your external views are way up, chances are it's people finding that stuff on Google. Unless you're sharing on social media and stuff too, obviously. But that's a big selling component, because I couldn't tell you how many times when I do end and sell similar, somebody will come at me and say, hey, is this item still for sale? And it's an item I had ended and relisted. And usually how they would find that is either ended listings on eBay or searching Google, because your ended listings are still going to come up on Google for a little bit too. So I always took it that it was somebody searching on Google who found that item. So then I'd redirect them to the current item in my store. So if you're trying to do it within, every 30 days, you're probably hurting yourself more than helping yourself. So push it out to 3 months. I do, once it starts getting into 5 months, then I start ending and selling similar. So, but I do a little bit every day almost, so. I try to do an average between 100 and 300 daily on days that I don't work outside the home. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's one thing that might be hurting some of you guys. If you are ending and selling similar, like within 30 days, to try to think that's going to help, it could be hurting on your external sales. Because, I wouldn't, depending on your item, I wouldn't be surprised if Google searches could, match eBay searches on certain type of items. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. If business is going down, it's your problem. Well, duh. Of course it's your problem. Hello. Unless you don't need the money, then it's whatever. We'll see eBay profits, but I'm guessing they are doing fine by raising margins and cutting expenses. That's not the way it is. I see it totally different, but we'll see. We will see. Coco Bay. This is truly your best video you have done to date. Hats off. Funny. But it's like AA until eBay comes out and admits they are the problem, and they have a problem. That's why I was surprised they admitted that the problem the other day. And I just blanked on it. The offers. Good Lord. That they are having the problems with the offers. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. That brings me back to the early days when I was killing it on multiple item order purchases. I had one a few months ago. Somebody bought 30 items for $160. This is what the everything seller model is all about. Yeah, and that's, like, if you've been watching my videos, you will see it like in spurts with me. And that's probably the most dropped area. And that is probably, probably the biggest difference between my 70 to 100 items a day compared to now where, we're doing 30 to 50 if I'm lucky. And a lot of that is those bulk orders have just vanished. I would like to see that increasing, and would think it would be increasing now because, like I said, that big seller Declutter, they were pushing 550,000 items consistently. Every day they had that listed. And now I think they dropped down to 170,000. So if that's like one of my low dollar competitions vanishing, or for the most part vanished, when you take down that many items, my sales in that category should increase a little bit. So we'll see. Yeah, and I used to do tons of bulk orders internationally. Those are just gone, totally gone. Which don't make sense because I haven't raised the prices on that. So, but the bulk orders internationally have totally vanished. That used to be a huge line too. That's just totally vanished for some reason. That, that's one, those bulk orders I can't figure out. That's why I did the whole buy two, get free shipping, but there's really no way to promote that except on your store. And if your store is getting less traffic because it's a pain in the butt, I don't know. Haven't figured that one out yet. It's eBay, not you, James, but you know that. Just a suggestion for your viewers. I go on Down Detector every day if my sales aren't normal. like you, after nearly 23 years full time, I know what normal looks like. I go to the site and click on I have a problem with eBay and click the website. Then I go back and click through the Down Detector website again and click app for the problem again. Yeah, that's just more of a vanity thing, I think, it doesn't really do anything. But what I did notice with the Down Detector is when I'm having my good days is when it has the most pinged bad days. Like, and this has been feeding in my head lately too, with some of you will have your bad times as I'm having them. Some of you are on the opposite. It seems like you're on the opposite cycle. And then I see the Down Detector on days when I'm having problems. There's little spikes, 10, 15, and then sometimes if something big happens, it'll jump up to 30. But on the days where I'm doing good, it's pinging like crazy high. So it kind of makes me theoretically in my head right now think, okay, all these people are on good servers. I'm on a bad server. So when the bad gets switched to the good, there's more people on the good right now than the bad. So then they get kind of switched to the bad, and there's more people recognizing, hey, there's a problem going on. Theory, of course, but you got to wonder, everything kind of falls into that switching server feel. It really does. And I wish I was more tech savvy to know if that is a thing and know more details into that. But the more it goes on, the more I feel like it's a server swap. You're on good server, you're on bad server. You're on good server, you're on bad server. And then that's going to bring me to my example. So, I guess really not any negative, so that's good. I was expecting something. Oh, wait, you got to grow and evolve with the times, doing the same thing when it's not working, expecting it to magically change, and then blaming eBay is not the way, man. Change it up. How can you simply change it up when you're already tried everything? Good point. Good point. Well, when eBay tells you it's the problem, you know it's the problem. They finally admitted to the offer. It tells you if they can't find it. It tells you when the servers... So it's ugly right now, but hang in there. All right. Yeah, I've thought about starting a new store, but just to see the difference. All right. I guess that's it. All right, so here's my example. When I've said before where it feels like things that I list that have a good sell-through rate or should sell quickly just kind of sit and feels like it goes into an abyss. So about 5 months ago, if you watched my videos over the summer, you saw my Hoarder Garage video where I bought that vintage Hot Wheel track, and at the bottom of the box was the red line. Looking at comps, the sell-through rate was good. I'm like, oh, this is going to sell in a couple of days. Been in my store 5 months. 5 months. Not even one offer. I didn't check page views. I don't ever remember seeing it as a send offer to watchers type of thing. I don't ever remember seeing it there. It could have been, but I just don't remember. 5 months, no offers. This was one of them that went into the 5-month range yesterday, so I ended and sold similar. Sold in 10 minutes. And it's going to, I think, Canada, if I remember correctly. So we'll see when we get there. So it's been sitting on eBay for 5 months without an offer. I end and relist it at 5 months, and it sells in 10 minutes. I expected that 5 months ago when I listed it. So where was this thing hidden all this time on eBay? And that kind of brings me into, on certain days or at certain times when we list, are things going on bad servers and they're just not being seen? Because, and it kind of falls into line too. If you watch on the live feed lounge on my live videos, and you've seen how my drafts don't always show the store categories, there's a disconnect there. Is that disconnect kind of a sign of the disconnect? That if you list at that particular moment, those are going on to a bad server that's not communicating properly. Of course, that's been going on. That problem's been going on for 2 years. I've reported it several times. I've sent videos in on a report, and it's never changed. So is that problem actually server related, and it will be fixed once all the servers are replaced, if that 3-year project is still ongoing? The thing about what's been going on for 2 years is the fact that we've been able to gather so many pieces of the puzzle and put it together. And that's what it feels like, you know. The server problems are still ongoing, so they're still switching out servers. Items are getting lost into the abyss on eBay. We know that. I'm not the only one who says that. So is the root of the major parts still bad servers related? That's possible. Not just the updates that's going on. And maybe that's why, maybe the updates are trashing certain things worse than the others, because the server is bad. So maybe it's not jiving right, kind of like my categories and my drafts. Certain times they don't jive right. Oh. But anyway, cross list, Poshmark, Mercari. And keep listing. Keep listing in hopes that one day it will be fixed. All right, let's ship some stuff. Let's get the Poshmark out of the way first. Whoops, clicked the wrong thing. All right, first up, sold for $15. We've got some pink pants, Victoria's Secrets. I think these were picked up at a yard sale in one of my yard sale videos. If that's the case, I paid $1 for these. Pretty sure that's where these came from. So, $1 to $15. Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Where did that song come from in my head? Haven't heard that in forever. Freaks come out at night. 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 Oh, what is this? 50% off performance plan with WebInterpret. What is the performance plan? Oh, the marketing and returns management from one place. Yeah, no. I can handle all that myself. I don't get many return problems from outside the U.S. So. Next up on Posh, sold for $20. We've got this. This was at the bins I found in a bag of crocheting stuff. So I just grabbed the whole bag, put this up separately. So all the needles and stuff. So, sold for $20 on Posh. Put this in an LP mailer. And that is my last one down here, which means I gotta go upstairs and get, I did sell one vinyl. So. That's it for Posh. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that Hot Wheels going to Canada. And then we got a hat going to Australia. All right, first up, we've got Calvin Klein women's denim jeans, distressed a little bit. Got the hole, got some distress on the ends. Those sold for $10.50. Headed to Tennessee, Cookeville, Tennessee. Alrighty, 1-3. Next up, I just put this up yesterday, one of the CDs I put up. So I got this when I worked in the music store. Korn Follow the Leader, but it's the promo disc for in-store play. So it's censored basically and stuff. So just the disc alone sold for $15. That's headed to Oklahoma. Eugenia. All right. And next up's the vinyl record. I got to run up and grab my other box of vinyl or boxes. Or is this one I can use? Yeah. Got a couple of used ones here. So we got Jonathan Butler on vinyl, sold for $5.60, headed to North Carolina. reuse these from a return. Return to sender. One, four. Whoops. All right, Maryland. Next up, we've got Will Johnson, Love Remains CD. Headed to Maryville, Tennessee, sold for $7. Lee. Next up, we got Stacy and Kimiko. Cassette sold for $5, headed to Georgia. Why does he just leave trash on the ground? I don't know. Oh, why that didn't put in automatically. Travis. Next up, we've got Wyndham Vacation Ownership Hat. Sold for $9.50, headed to Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Next up, Jan will be happy about this. So they took an offer for $6. Oh, look like a Build-A-Bear plush. Rudolph. So some of her Christmas decoration. Bells. That's kind of mixed up. There we go. A bunch of those. For $6. We're headed to Freeville, New York. She likes it when her Christmas stuff sells. So. Since that's her thing now. Gloria. It was rough sleeping last night. For some reason. Well, for several reasons. I guess Alex decided to stay up late, and it sounded like he was building a house upstairs. So that kept waking me up. And then I made chili yesterday, and I make my chili for myself spicy. Yeah, I came back and said hello in the middle of the night, so I had to I had a nice healthy movement in the middle of the night, if you know what I mean. And then this morning, I guess Jan was wrestling with the microwave or something, so that woke me up. Then I started to go back out, and then she must have hit a video and couldn't figure out where to turn the volume down, so I got this video blaring in the kitchen. I might as well get up. I'm tired. And tonight's the first Blues game, so gotta stay awake for that. It's not a home game. Who are we playing tonight? I'll have to look and see. Hopefully it's not West Coast. I don't know if I'll be able to stay up that late. No, it's not a home game. All right. Print the scan form on that. All right, first up, we've got this Hypercool hat. That was payment for Rudolph Build-A-Bear. Going to Australia, sold for $17, which is probably Australian dollars, so it'd be less for US dollar. So probably like 11 or 12 or something, or 10.50. The freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. And next, we've got my Hot Wheel. Headed to Canada. Sold for $60. $60. What did I pay for all that stuff I got there? I don't even remember now. I may have paid 40 or 60 for everything. Something like that. So we're gonna put you in here. Pack you in real nice and tight like. Get off my finger. Then we're going to put you in here. And pack you all nice like. Think that's enough padding for it? Should we go one more? Then we're gonna put it in. Oh, hope they don't get mad at me. And we're gonna tuck it all nice like. Come on. And then we'll put it in a box. At least it shouldn't get scratched that way. Shouldn't get scratched that way. All right. Hat box. Going 6. And we're going 60. And 6. Let me make sure it was 60 exact, yes. Biggity bam. Is that it? That's it. All right. Biggity bam. So there we are. All right. Thanks, everybody. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are not. And check out my other channels below and subscribe to them if you will. I need volume on those channels. I'm going to try to get out of like this dead mood I'm in today. I'm feeling it. I think I'm going to have to get me some caffeine and some chocolate to kickstart this day. I was trying to avoid all that, but I think I'm going to need it today. All right. Yeah, I don't think anything else. I might, I don't know when, maybe this weekend, I might try to go live in an evening time. Oh, no, I got a hockey game Saturday too. Maybe not. I plan to eventually try to go do some evening lives on my live feed lounge. Try to bring up the subscriber count. So I just don't know when I'm going to get to that. So we'll see. Oh, anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.